behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody, it's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming up for you very shortly. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't done that already, and you're always going to get the latest interviews notified to you. And feel free to leave a comment on the comment section if you'd like. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And you can follow us there. You can send us an inbox. You can even comment the things you see. And also, we'd love to hear from you on email. It's paulmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist that wants to be on the show, you can use that, and we'll show you how to do that. But we would also love to hear from you if you're a fan. So if you're just simply a fan, we'll get back to you on that. And all this is going to be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. For the second time on our show, we have Rachel Dara from Montreal, Canada. A very awesome artist, obviously, and we enjoyed having her back the last time. And she's got some updates for us, and we're going to check that out. And we're going to do that right now as the interview starts right now. Okay, here we are with the interview as promised, and with us for the second time on our show from Montreal, Canada, we have Rachel Dara, and we thank you so much for coming back, Rachel.
Thank you for having me, Paul.
Yeah, no problem. We were glad to have you back. Have you the first time.
Glad to be here.
Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about some of the things that's been going on since you were on the show last time? I'm sure you got a few things you'd like to talk about.
So it's been a busy month. For instance, I just released a song 4 days ago. It's called Broken Friendships. It's out on all your favorite platforms. And I'm getting closer and closer to my album release, which I spoke about during my last interview. I also just got back from a trip to Toronto, Canada, which is 6 hours away from home, because I did a performance with Talent Nation, and I debuted Broken Friendships on their stage, and it was super cool. I really enjoyed it. It was Sunday night, and I've been having a great month so far, music wise. I've been writing a lot. I've been posting a lot. I've been productive music wise, and though there's so much more to do and so much more music to put out, I've been producing, not in a literal sense, but
Okay, well, it's like you said, it does sound like you've been pretty busy, so I'm glad to hear that. Have you been busy as far as shows and concerts and things like that, or if you have, maybe you can tell us about some of the upcoming dates so we can catch you if you so happen to be in Montreal.
I haven't been that busy concert wise recently because I've been more focused on school. I've been focused on my academics, etc. It's a big year for me academics wise too, but I will for sure let you know if there's any big shows coming up. I'm performing at a school showcase, and to me that's pretty big because I spend all of my time at school as, a high school student, and we're having a variety show. And the last time I was on stage before the pandemic happened and, everything closed was my school's variety show when I was in the 7th grade. And I haven't done it since then because, COVID hit, etc. And they're putting on a variety show this year. And I get to play in it. I sent in my audition tape, and I was told I could only do one song. And the producer emailed back and said, "We're making another time slot for you. We need you to sing a Billie Eilish song. Here's your space, please." And I got excited about that because, it's school, and I get to compare something, or I get to merge something that I do every day with something else that I do every day that have nothing to do with each other. And I'm looking forward to that. But in the upcoming months, I'm releasing music, and I'm releasing my album pretty soon, the next few months, which I'm excited about. And I may or may not be filming a music video soon too.
Well, Well, that sounds good. And I, like you said last time we were on the show, I guess you can find all your music on all streaming platforms.
You can.
Okay. And we can check you on all the social media sites too, like Facebook and Instagram
Yep.
and so forth.
If you want the links to any of my social medias or my music, you could find me at racheldara.com, and everything's there. You just click on whatever link you want.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about you were just talking earlier about your music video. Well, it's not a video yet, but it's an audio though. But it's called Broken Friendships. Tell us a
Yeah.
story about that. I'm sure it's self-explanatory, but tell us a little bit about it.
So I wrote Broken Friendships isn't exactly self-explanatory, which people think it would be. It's a general topic, but it's about really like my personal experience during the pandemic. I come from an immunocompromised family, so when people were going to school, I was at home, and I was also at a prime in my life. I was 13, 14, and that's when people start finding themselves. And some of my close friends were abandoning me because I wasn't in their situation. I was developing as a person, they were developing as people, and I was just really confused as to what happened. And I think I might have mentioned this in a prior interview. When I write songs, it usually starts off as questions, and especially when they're personal songs like that about my feelings, it started off as questions, and I had to make it into a song. And it's just about feeling lonely at a time where you don't it's everything's uncertain, and you need a certainty that you can't get in the moment. And it's tough because, especially at that time, and still now, you don't know what's going on necessarily in other people's lives, and etc. And I was impacted by it, and I knew a lot of people are and were as well. And when I wrote the song, I knew just how much people can relate to the feeling of being abandoned by the friends.
Mm. Yeah, and that's what I kind of got out from the song too. And everybody be watching that or listening to it in just a moment. But before we get into that, Rachel, it's been an honor to have you back on a second time. Come back on a third time anytime you want, and we'll see what we
Thank
get
you.
you back on the show.
Would love to be here.
Okay. All right. Well, here it is, Broken Friendships by Rachel Dara, and that starts right now.
We spent years of rainy days leaning against each other's shoulders. Little did I know that you would change. You knew everything about me as a kid, and we got older, knowing all the thoughts inside each other's brains. But what happened to you and I? We used to be up in the sky, and now we're almost buried under earth. And now with her you spend more time, but she was never really wise. So why have you switched over now to her? Yeah, you should know better. I have better qualities, and they say broken friendships is part of being young like me. I can't lose you, and if I do, I'll lose myself a little too. This should never happen. I never believed in broken friendships. Never believed it, never believed it, never believed it. I spend my life right by your side. You were always right by mine, but now you constantly are spending time with her. And I just won't apologize, 'cause I did nothing that was a crime. The last time when I did that, I just made it worse. and she herself is kinda mean, but you cannot choose in between. Yeah, you possess a head that is your own. And sometimes it's like I'm never seen, 'cause you see her and never me. I wanna tell you just how much that hurt. Yeah, you should know better. I have better qualities, and they say broken friendships is part of being young like me. I can't lose you, and if I do, I'll lose myself a little too. This should never happen. I never believed in broken friendships. I never believed it, never believed it, never believed it. And I tried my best to make it work, but you don't, both of us, only her. She did nothing compared to what I did. We've known each other since we couldn't think. Right now that's what you're not doing. I miss how it was back when we were kids. Yeah, you should know better. I have better qualities, and they say broken friendships is part of being young like me. I can't lose you, and if I do, I'll lose myself a little too. This should never happen. I never believed in broken friendships. Never believed it, never believed it, never believed it.